What's up, YouTube? It's Jackrabbit, as per usual. Ignore the facial hair. I'm going to be shaving later on today. Uh, Today I'm going to be talking about, I know I probably should have made this video years ago, but how would I write the David Ayers Suicide Squad movie? The original Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, that one. How would I write it? How would I have done the story for it? Because let's be honest, the story was not that great. Okay. So we're going to scrap Enchantress. Now, most of the characters are going to still be in the film in some way, shape, or form. Most. Yeah. All the characters, but I think it's like one character would not be in the film. And the setting would be different because I don't remember if they said what city was in or not. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched that film. And the setting would be different. I would have it set in Gotham City. I would also have Batman slightly more involved than what little you see of him in the film. Because it's in Gotham City, you're gonna see Batman. So he's going to be more involved. He's going to be more involved than just what he is in the film. Okay, so now let's go through. I would keep the minor origin stories they show at the beginning for each character. Besides, I think it's like Slingshot, I think it is. Yeah, the character they make, boom, I think that was Slingshot, I do believe. I would keep that, as well as the scene of Amanda Waller and Rick Flag, who, of course, would still be in the team, because you gotta have Rick Flag, because Rick Flag is Rick Flag. So, recruiting the squad, especially that scene with Will Smith's Deadshot, where he's trying out all the guns. I'm sorry, that scene was funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, you guys be crazy. I can't remember exactly the exact line. I think he says a word that YouTube may not like, so I'm not going to repeat the exact word. But I think I know he says you be crazy. After he took the first shot and he realized that the guns actually had live rounds. I'm sorry, I thought the scene was funny. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down since I've already said but the main of the focal of the film will be Gotham City. You guys probably already know where I'm going with this. Now, my version, there are no recasts. We are gonna keep all the actors because I can't think of another actor for any roles. So nobody's getting recast. I know of people that don't like Jared Leto's version of the Joker. I'm sorry, but this version will be still have him. Jared Leto will be the Joker. So okay, so I'm not gonna go with every character, just some of the characters, because like Cruella Croc. Let's be honest, Deadshot wouldn't have any changes. Harley Quinn wouldn't have any changes. Well, no. Harley would have a few changes. Okay, but we'll go over her later. Amanda Waller would be your secondary antagonist of the film, which is what she's supposed to be anyways. Instead of they kind of made Joker the secondary antagonist in the original one, which was really weird. Joker, I'm sorry. If you're going to be using Joker full-time in a film, I like what they did with him in the Snyder Cut. We will not discuss Snyder's cuts. Zack Snyder's plans after that. But I like what they did with him in Snyder Cut. I liked what they did with him. Supposedly him. We're not 100% sure, but I think Matt Reeves did say it was him. I like what they did with him in Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. He wasn't in the film very long. I'm sorry, if you have Joker in a film, he needs to be your main antagonist, but I'll get into that later. I'll talk more about that later. Okay, so Amanda Waller would be your secondary antagonist, like she's supposed to be. Viola Davis definitely would still be playing her because she kills it as Amanda Waller. She definitely has that right vibe to her as Amanda Waller. So she definitely would be staying on as that character. Okay, now next one character I'm going to talk about is my boy Diablo. I think that's how you say his name. Oh, the guy with the fire powers. I'm sorry if I forget his name. I'm so sorry. I probably should look it up. But I'm trying to be a good boy, not look things up while I'm recording here. But him, I would give him some form of hero arc. Kind of like what he was on, but without the sacrifice at the end. Okay. You know, an arc where he realizes he can do this without, having to sacrifice himself. Getting over his family's, was it his family? Well, getting over with what he did, I believe it was his family's death, I do believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, please. It's been a while since I watched that movie, so bear with me. Getting over his family's death and really starting to understand he can move on with his life and not be restrained with what happened and use his powers as a hero. Or somewhat as a hero. Because I think the character is supposed to still be a villain in the comics, I do believe, but I'm not sure on that. I don't know much about the character. Can't even remember his name. So, yeah, I would give him somewhat of a hero arc. Killer Croc, I would leave the way he was. Yeah, he was Killer Croc. I'm trying to think of all the squad members here. Well, Deadshot, you leave him exactly how he was. Maybe have more scenes with him and his daughter. Maybe at one point he tries to go off Buck and see his daughter since he's in Gotham City and that's where she was supposedly at. And maybe she gets pulled into the bigger situation and that really gets him to really, hunker down and be, Deadshot. Okay. I would still have the scene where, a version of the scene where Amanda Waller goes to Deadshot and is like, I'll pay you and shoot her, like you did with Harley Quinn. Maybe it doesn't have to be Harley Quinn this time, but a female. And Deadshot basically misses on purpose. They never really explained that. Okay, and I'm going to explain this now. Deadshot has a rule when he takes his mercenary jobs. He will not kill women. He will not kill children. He does not do it. I think that should actually be expressed. Maybe that's very early on. We express that and we show what happens. Maybe that'll be during his backstory part of the movie, but express that. Actually express that out that he does not do that. Yes, he's a mercenary. Yes, he kills people. He's not a good dude, but he has a code. And that should be expressed more. Now, yes, it's only the first film with him in it, and yes, I would hope the DCEU would have used him more, but unfortunately, Will Smith is very good. Very busy actor, plus, now there's a chance we could still see him again. He's not completely off the table yet. I don't think Will Smith's that busy. But we're not going to get into that. And everybody can say hi to the Brenly. Bren. Or Brenly. Yep. She gave me her picky. Which I'm going to throw now. Okay, so trying to think of other Suicide Squad members here. Oh, Katana, we'll leave her the way she was. She was fine. Rick Flag. Basically, he was fine. Get rid of the, what were they? Navy SEALs. The military guys. Besides Rick Flag. Get rid of them. They're gone. They're gone. See you later. I know I said I was only going to keep like one or two characters. Military guys didn't need to be there. That's the whole point of the story. Is And Slingshot, there we go. Instead of having him blown up by Amanda Waller, have him killed by the main bad guys instead of having blown up because he leads the squad or whatever. Oh, and Captain Boomerang, leave him. He's fine. You don't do anything with him. I don't really think there was anything with him that needed to be adjusted. You know, he was basically Boomerang. He was fine. Maybe give him some more quips or something. Maybe, do a few other little things with him. But he was basically fine. Can't believe I forgot about him. Now, there's a reason why I have not mentioned Harley Quinn. No, maybe... I would say desexify her a little bit. But, not show the sexy scenes so much with her. With, her changing and stuff. Leave those scenes. They were funny. But, okay. There's a reason why I haven't mentioned Harley Quinn yet. It's because... it's about the main bad guy. I would make Joker your lead bad guy. I would get rid of all the tattoos. Even though I do personally think if Joker was around nowadays, he probably would have those tattoos. But let's make it more of a classic version of the Joker. Okay? Comic classic Joker. Okay, get rid of the tattoos. They looked stupid. But let's be honest, they did look stupid. I mean, I didn't mind them. I kind of just okay, whatever. And the grill. The grill in his mouth, definitely get rid of that. Joker would not wear a grill. The tattoos I can let go. The grill, not so much. Okay? So, yeah, not so much on the grill. But I would make him your main antagonist. Because it's Joker. How is he not a main protagonist? Yes, he would still be... as of right now, yes, he would still be portrayed by Jared Leto. Let's give him more of a shot. Let's see, because according to Jared Leto, okay, this is according to Leto. I don't know if I can trust him or not, but this is what he said. They originally shot more scenes that really actually fleshed out his Joker. You know what? Yes, let's flesh that version out. Let's flesh it out. I want to see it. I want to see what his version was truly like. Okay, so I am going to keep him playing the character. But he's going to be your main protagonist. And to really set up more what happens during Birds of Prey, show truly how that relationship with Joker and Harley Quinn truly was like in the comics. In Batman the Animated Series. And all of that. Truly show how that relationship was like. Okay. So, so how it was like was, okay, so, Harley Quinn definitely has what's called Stockholm Syndrome, okay, basically. She basically has a version of Stockholm Syndrome. She's completely infatuated with Joker, but Joker could care less. He does not care about Harley Quinn one little bit. So that whole scene where the one... bad guy, we'll call him a bad guy because I don't really know where, what he was or anything. We'll call him a gangster. The gangster. And he insults Harley Quinn and Joker gets pissed off and, that's my woman or whatever. Joker would not do that. Joker couldn't give a shit. Example of this, not from the comics. I don't know any comics examples, but there's definitely examples. Example of this from Batman the Animated Series. And this joke is not exactly children appropriate. So, even though this was totally on the kid show, I mean, it's somewhat PG, but not. So, parents, be warned. Try to explain this joke without making it sound too bad, please. I'm warning. But, okay, so what happened was, in the episode, Harley Quinn is dressed up in lingerie. It's a nice little red number. Makes sense for Harley Quinn. And Joker's doing whatever Joker would happen to be doing. Probably planning how to stop Batman. Because that's usually what he's doing. Or his next scheme to take over Gotham. Whatever, Okay, or whatever, Whatever. Whatever he was doing. And she gets on, she's trying to convince him to, give her some attention. And she gets on his desk and goes, oh, I can't even say the line without laughing. I'm sorry. She goes, don't you want to ride your Harley? And Joker basically completely blows her off. That's how their relationship is. And I think the movie should express this. And that way you could still do Birds of Prey. And what happens there, or we're going to call it Birds of Prey because the full name is convoluted. I even own the movie in there and I still don't remember what the whole title is. The Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Yeah, no, but Birds of Prey. And you could set up what happens in that film so much better than how they did in Suicide Squad. They did not set that film up all that great. Like there was no there's no ill will between Joker and Harley Quinn to where, next time we see her, all of a sudden she doesn't give a shit about Joker. That makes no sense. But here you could have a scene more towards the end of the film where she gets in the realization that she chooses the Squad over Joker. And then when she gets out of prison, you could still, with small adjustments to the beginning of that film, you could still basically do the same thing. All of Gotham realizes that she's no longer with the Joker, all that stuff. But you could set that up so much better in this film, So Joker would be your main protagonist. He would be doing something, carrying some bomb or something that Amanda Waller doesn't like. So she sends the Squad in to stop him. And of course, as I said, the process of that, Slingshot could get killed. Because Joker, in the comics, and a lot of interpretations, like Gotham, like the Arkham video games, there we go. He has men. He has minions. You even see it on the Harley Quinn animated show. Now, he has minions and stuff. So he could have almost an army full of minions that the Squad could fight till they get to Joker. Like fighting throughout Gotham. Batman could be somewhat helping in the background, That's what Batman does. You could also, if you wanted to, take inspiration from the Suicide Squad Arkham movie where he takes over Arkham. And yeah, because we don't know if in the DCEU Arkham exists or not. We assume it does, but most of the Suicide Squad members were in Belle Reve, so I'm not really sure about that. We're just going to assume it does exist. And he takes over Arkham, and that's what gets Amanda Waller to send the Suicide Squad to stop him. And of course, Batman's of course going to be fighting on his side as well. We can flesh out the relationship between Joker and Batman, as well as work with the Harley Quinn stuff as well. So setting up more things and setting up stuff for the future. This way we'll be setting up stuff for the future as well as everything else. Okay. I mean, either way, having it being in Gotham and he's doing something like, oh gosh, what could Joker be doing? I mean, there's so many different options for Joker. I mean, he does a lot of stuff, so, it could be anything, And, again, putting it in Arkham wouldn't be a bad idea either. But, either way, Batman would have to be involved. It involves Joker, Batman has to be involved. Sorry. That's just the way it is. But, he doesn't have to be a title character, but we could also flesh out Ben Affleck's version of Batman as well. And maybe you could also use that to set up his solo film. which never got made. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will catch you guys later. Peace.